In the days of the judges, a man named Elkanah, from the tribe of Levi, lived in Ramathaim-Zophim, in the hill country of Ephraim. He had 2 wives, Hannah and Peninnah. Peninnah had children, but Hannah had none. Each year, Elkanah would go to Shiloh to worship and offer sacrifices to the Lord. He would give portions of the sacrifice to Peninnah and her children, but Hannah received a double portion, because Elkanah loved her, despite her childlessness. Peninnah would provoke Hannah, taunting her about her barrenness. Hannah would cry and refuse to eat. Elkanah would try to comfort her, saying, "Hannah, why are you crying? Why won't you eat? Am I not better to you than 10 sons?" One day, Hannah went to the temple and prayed to the Lord, crying bitterly. She vowed that if the Lord gave her a son, she would dedicate him to the Lord's service. She prayed, "O Lord Almighty, if you will only look upon your servant's misery and remember me, and not forget your servant, but give her a son, then I will give him to the Lord for all the days of his life, and no razor will ever be used on his head." Eli, the priest, saw her lips moving but heard no sound. He thought she was drunk and rebuked her, saying, "How long will you keep on getting drunk? Put away your wine." Hannah replied, "Not so, my lord. I am a woman who is deeply troubled. I have not been drinking wine or beer, I am pouring out my soul to the Lord." Eli answered, "Go in peace, and may the God of Israel grant your request." Hannah conceived and bore a son, Samuel. When he was weaned, she took him to Shiloh, along with a sacrifice, to fulfill her vow. She said to Eli, "As surely as you see me now, I am the woman who stood beside you here, praying to the Lord. I prayed for this child, and the Lord has granted my request. Now I give him to the Lord, and for all the days of his life, he will be given over to the Lord." And she left Samuel in the care of Eli. Hannah praised God, saying, "My heart rejoices in the Lord, my horn is exalted in the Lord. My mouth speaks boldly against my enemies, for I rejoice in your salvation. There is no one holy like the Lord, there is no one besides you, there is no rock like our God." Samuel ministered in the house of God, wearing a linen ephod. Each year, Hannah would visit Samuel, bringing him a new robe. Eli blessed Elkanah and Hannah, praying, "May the Lord give you children by this woman to take the place of the one she prayed for and gave to the Lord." And they returned home. And God remembered Hannah, such that she bore 3 sons and 2 daughters. Hannah's story reminds us that God hears our prayers and is faithful to his promises. Like Hannah, we may face challenges and disappointments, but we can trust that God is working everything out for our good. Let us hold onto faith, perseverance, and the assurance that our prayers are not in vain. May we, like Hannah, experience the joy of answered prayers and the peace that comes from surrendering our lives to God's service. Shalom.